News Plus. I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Keeley Chalmers with a look at your forecast for today and for your Labor Day weekend. We have got very warm weather, very dry weather, and lots of sunshine as we head into the weekend. In fact, our next best chance for any type of precipitation or storm activity doesn't come until the end of next week. So we are looking really very, weathers couldn't be better for your Labor Day weekend. We are looking again at a very uneventful weekend ahead. It is going to be a bit breezy as we head into Sunday afternoon. We'll talk about that in just a second because it will increase the risk for some wildfires. Let's take you outside right now where we have got some clouds overhead, a little bit of a haze out there as we have some elevated ozone. So we do have an ozone action alert day until about 4 o'clock for elevated levels of pollution. If you can, leave that gas or diesel powered vehicle at home, and just to help those in the sensitive groups, any folks who have any type of respiratory issues may have a little bit hard time as we head into the afternoon. You're looking at your weather headlines for today. We are going to be dry through this weekend. We're also going to be warm with temperatures in the 90s tomorrow, and your Labor Day is looking dry and warm as well. As I mentioned, pretty quiet, pretty calm, pretty uneventful as we head through the weekend. Current temperatures out there, we're already up to 85 degrees out at DIA. We're at 86 in Greeley, a little bit cooler in Lyman, checking in at 79 degrees, 76 in Colorado Springs, mainly 70s up in the mountains as well. 87 degrees, actually your forecast high for the metro area today. So we are just a couple degrees away from that. We'll likely get that here as we get that afternoon warming. Mostly sunny skies and those winds out of the east-southeast 5 to 20 miles per hour. Forecast highs again across the plains, really staying out of the 90s. We're looking at the hot spot 88 degrees in Greeley, but then down in Colorado Springs 77. We're at 80 for a high today in Lyman. So again, not back in the 90s yet. That will change as we go into tomorrow afternoon. We're looking at 60s, 70s up in the mountains. Your live radar, again, not too much happening, although we are getting some moisture moving up from the south. So again, the higher elevations, the southern mountains south of I-70 is where we're seeing the showers and possibly some thunderstorms. So we take a look at our satellite radar. We do have high pressure building in from the west. So that plume of moisture that was streaming into our state over the last couple of days certainly shifting to the east. Still getting a little bit of reciprocal moisture moving in over the southern mountains, and we'll continue to see that as we head into the evening hours with some storms popping up along the I-25 corridor, mainly south of Pueblo, although we can't rule out a storm in and around Palmer Divide as well. We talked about that air quality issue. That is because we have an air quality alert in effect for high ozone. That high pressure moves in, not a lot of mixing in the atmosphere, so we have that hot, stagnant air, and that's when we often will see these type of air quality alerts for higher ozone, a little bit higher pollution levels out there. And again, as I mentioned, if you can leave your gas or diesel-powered vehicle at home or in the garage until about 4 o'clock tonight, that would obviously be helpful for those in the sensitive groups. Tonight, mostly clear, a little bit breezy at times. Temperatures dropping once again down into the 50s. It is going to kind of feel like fall tomorrow morning once again as temperatures drop at about 52 degrees in Lyman, 51 for an overnight low in Greeley. We're looking again 50s mainly across the plains, 30s and 40s up there in the mountains. Tomorrow we're going to warm up to about 90 degrees. Winds out of the south about 5 to 15 miles per hour. So we're looking 80s and 90s across the plains tomorrow, 70s and 80s up in the mountains. Your jet stream forecast, we've got this ridge of high pressure you can clearly see here moving in over the weekend from the west, and that is really going to do a great job of steering any type of storm activity out of our area. We may get a little moisture moving in from the south, but for the most part we are staying quiet as we head through the weekend. In fact, our 7-day forecast looking quite quiet as well, with the next chance for isolated storms really not in the forecast until next Thursday. So 90 degrees, lots of sunshine tomorrow. Sunday, 88 degrees, so still very warm. That relative humidity is going to be low on Sunday and Monday, and then those winds are going to pick up on Sunday, so that does mean We will be on the lookout for any type of wildfire. So the fire risk is elevated on Sunday with a low relative humidity and those winds creeping up. So we'll be on the watch for that, tracking those conditions again as we head into Sunday and Monday as well. Going to be dry, 90 degrees, back in the 90s on your Labor Day, 92 on Tuesday. And then we cool off a couple degrees. We're back down into the upper 80s on Wednesday, low 80s, low to mid 80s. Call it 83 degrees on Thursday with a chance for an isolated shower or storm. As a quick look at your forecast on this Friday, thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Keeley Chalmers. Have a great Friday and a wonderful and safe weekend.